We are still a couple of months away from the launch of Brighter Shores, and as of recording this video, there is still practically zero in-depth information about this upcoming MMO. However, I cannot get this game off of my mind, so today I wanted to do some theory crafting about what is going to be the most optimal skilling route that you can take in order to stay ahead of the competition, not only in money, but in gear as well. This, of course, is almost entirely based off of speculation because, like I said, we know very little about the ins and outs of the profession system in this game. So be sure to let me know down in the comments if you guys would do anything differently. Getting into it though, we do know the basics about certain things like what professions they have coming at launch. We have the fishing, foraging, cooking, woodcutting, mining, alchemy, stonemason, blacksmith, and detective skill all being announced over on X. We then see the scout skill via the profession cape concept art that they put out, and there is also a leather worker skill that is listed on the wiki. But exactly how these skills will end up synchronizing with each other is still a mystery. We also don't know exactly how each of these skills are going to be unlocked. Some of them require being a premium member to unlock, those being miner, merchant, detective, forager, alchemist, stonemason, and blacksmith, but we don't know if there are any extra requirements, say quests, in order to unlock these skills. If we take a look, a lot of these skills are unlocked in episode 4 of Brighter Shores, which requires premium to unlock, but does it also require progressing through the main quest line enough in order to get to this region to even be able to unlock these skills? Even after that, you know, are there going to be side quests within these regions required to unlock the skill as well? For example, doing a quest for a traveling merchant inside of Chronopolis, after which you would then unlock the merchant skill. We don't have the details on any of that information. We also have no idea how many variations of resources there are within each skill, or how big of a role that crafting is going to end up playing in creating endgame gear. I cannot find any solid information to any of those questions, but even so, I think we can use the information that we do have in order to route out a solid game plan. I do have to break this route into 2 separate plans, which are dependent on whether or not questing through the main quest line is required in order to unlock skills in the later episodes. Let's go ahead and start off with Plan 1, which will be what I do if it is required to quest through the main quest line. Starting off with the free-to-play skills, since we are stuck in Hopeport and Hope Forest, what I will focus on immediately is the scouting skill. This, I believe, is going to be a skill that allows you to skin animals. If we look at the concept art for this profession cape here, there are several types of animals on this profession cape. The icon itself is a bow and sword. I am just speculating here as to whether or not this will tie into skinning animals. It could very well have something to do with identifying the creatures within specific areas, or possibly identifying resources within specific areas. But if this was a skill that allows you to skin animals, it would tie directly into the leatherworking skill. Regardless, I will be doing as much of the scouting skill as I can as I progress my way through the episodes, enough to unlock episode 3, Mine of Mantaben. This is a pay-to-play region, and it is also where you can unlock the mining skill. I will mainly be focusing on mining and blacksmithing as soon as possible, meaning that I will be speed running the first portion of the quest line, scouting on the side while I do that. But as soon as I unlock the mining skill, we will be grinding out a ton of it. This, in fact, is most likely the first profession that I plan on maxing in either of my game plans. My hopes are that we will be able to accomplish several things by focusing on the mining skill. First and foremost, making bank by being able to craft an abundance of gear and hopefully selling that gear via the merchant skill. I'll get to that in a minute. But also because there are actually 2 crafting skills that I believe mining will play into, that being blacksmith, obviously, but also stonemason. So with a high enough mining level, we could perhaps double double dip with mining, making money on both ends by selling some higher tier stone as well. After we unlock episode 4 though, I will be diving into the merchant skill in order to sell my supplies, as well as the leatherworking skill to tie back into the scouting that I've trained. And then finally, to round it out, we will dive a bit into some foraging and alchemy as well, mainly because I believe that potions are going to play a major role inside of Brighter Shores. I really don't have anything to back that up. It's just kind of a hunch that I have, but these game plans here leave 4 skills off of my radar, those being fishing, cooking, woodcutting, and detective. I feel like fishing, cooking, and woodcutting are going to be the 3 easiest professions to get into. Therefore, I'm predicting that those resources will be farmed in mass right at the beginning of Brighter Shores. Hopefully, meaning should I need any wood or leaves to smith with, then I should be able to get those with relative ease. That, again, my hopes anyways. But let's go ahead and move on to the second game plan that I have, should it not be required that I have to do the main quest line in order to progress into episode 3 and 4. Admittedly, this plan is very similar to the first, except I plan on running to mining as immediately as I can. The only thing that would stop me from running directly to the mine of Mantabin would be if I need to level up my combat in order to survive there. In that case, I would train up a little bit of scouting while I level up my combat, just enough to survive in the mine. Preferably though, we would be able to run at this in more of a skiller sort of way at the beginning, at least, being able to mine and merchant at level 1 combat, skipping scouting, foraging, alchemy, and blacksmithing even right at the beginning, only coming back to those once we have a good chunk of the mining grinded out. I'm guessing that the closer we get to the launch of Brighter Shores, the more we will end up learning about the game, which could end up changing my game plans. Let me know down in the comments what you guys plan on maxing first, whether it be straight to combat or what profession you are going to want to focus on. Also, if you made it this far into the video, comment "made it" down below so I can give you an extra shout out. Keep an eye out on the channel because I will be covering a lot of Brighter Shores in the future, but that's all I wanted to go over in this one. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm out.